If we talk about concertinas, traditional concertinas that were used in South Africa by maskandi musicians, so Zulu, Xhosa, Sotho musicians, they've always used the 20 key concertinas, which is two-row concertina. 3-row concertinas give you a few extra notes. Burumusuku musicians use a combination of the 2-row and the 3-row concertinas. Then you get 3 different types of 2-row concertinas. So we got 1 reed per note, 2 reeds per note, 3 reeds per note. That's a reed. And that's what's making the sound. This is a very old reed, so it's a rusty reed. So when a reed is playing, that's flapping because air is passing through. 1 reed per note. That's 1 reed. That's sounding right now. That's another reed. Nowadays, the number 1 is used often. It's great for solos. 2 reeds per note. Johnny's preference was the 2 reed per note because it's just slightly more powerful. He compared it to a choir because they're those octave notes. Then you have number 3. This is twaalf. So it's so much bigger because you've got so many reeds. There you go. So this is from Italy. There we go.
Wow.
Beautiful. It's in really good condition.
Yeah.
Really, really good condition. Nice.
In there. Oh, it's just more.
So you press the button, it opens the hole. Yeah, it's a beautiful concertina. The other thing to note, so you see the little black leather pieces there, which you can see on this side.
Yeah.
Chinese models come with material, what are these, gussets? So, and material over time will wear, and that's where you get the leaks. You will not get leaks from this because it's leather. The ones I make as well, so this is a handmade one. Leather, I've used these as an example. Yeah, you shouldn't have any issues. It's in such good condition. If you open up a maskandi concertina, and I've opened up many old maskandi concertinas, you will not believe the condition they are in. Now we are tearing apart little Hona.
Because of Hona already.
Yeah, Hona already.
What does that mean?
Oh, the one who snores.
Along the edges just to remove a bit of the wax. Okay, so I'm making sure that I put them all in order, so they just lift off. Okay, there we go. So that's the inside. You've got basically little containers, tiny containers. So this is a giant one, and we put the reed on there to tune it, and then you can see the holes there. You open up and allows air through. Step 2, 1 row on the left side being changed and another row on the right, the other row on the right being changed. There are just a whole lot of tunings that I've put together. You've got your top row and your bottom row on the left, top row, bottom row on the left, and then on the right side, the same thing. We're going to take each reed out, we're going to turn it around, and we're going to put it back in. That's all we're doing. That's literally all we're doing on the left side. Basically what it's doing is, on this row, this row is going to stay the same, as I said. This row, because we're flipping it around, we're now able to play the same notes. So if I push and I pull, I have the same sound. You can't do that on a Western tuned concertina. So basically, flipping them around allows us to play drone notes. I can go on forever on on a Western concertina, you're going to run out of air. So you're going to get to a point where you're going to have to go back in and carry on, back in. That's why they changed the notes around. Maskandi is so repetitive.
For like walking songs and things.
Walking songs, it's all drone. Could never do that on a Western concertina. Take a couple of minutes. The bass reeds, I flipped them over earlier, so those are all in the right position there. They're all sorted. The treble reeds on the right hand side, I've flipped those as well, but there are a couple that need to be retuned. So there the tuner is. Okay, and that's perfect. So B4, C4, that's absolutely perfect. Right, so that one's a bit sharp. What I'm going to do now is just remove a bit of the steel in order to flatten it slightly to get it within pitch. This is a fine tuning process now. It's not part of the actual conversion, but just checking it's a little out. So there you go. So it was above 10, it's now closer to 0. It's just, yeah, going through each one and making sure that they are in tune. That one is coming up as a C note, and that's actually got to be a B note. So that's one of the reeds that has to be totally changed. We are going to have to lower the pitch, and in order to lower the pitch, we need to add weight to it. So I'm going to put some solder on to get it one note down. In order to raise the pitch, we're shaving away, which you saw me do just now. You shave away a bit of the tip of the reed. In order to lower it slightly, you shave the top, with the thickest part of the reed down slightly, which is what I've done. For this one, we need to bring it down a whole semitone. So that's going to require a little bit of extra weight. A little bit. Perfect. And so there's a nice little bit of solder on there. In order for them to bring it down, there's their professional way of adding weight to it. See, it's a little darker. And then they'll add a little weight. Retuning every single reed like this, it's a full day, and yeah, so it's a massive process. So retuning, converting a newish one like this is a breeze compared to fine tuning an old concertina. C6. Nearly there. Done.
I need this side, David.
No.
I'll just leave that there for the moment. And
so if a group wins this, what happens?
There are a few different ways of doing this, the whole re-waxing, but in this method I actually only discovered recently using a paintbrush and putting it on the stove, and it works beautifully. This wax is very sticky, so it works beautifully.
My dad does not sit. If you look at
Reed by reed.
it says 40. For 6 weeks or 3 months, it's gonna cure it, and you should see them on the empty stomach. Because he was a heart surgeon, right? But now they live
This is
in
the left
George.
side.
Who's this?
Yeah. Or they were born here, I can't remember. They were set on George because he's in pension. They said I should call it home, so I call it home. And then when I get there, I was like, wow, how is this your family? The kids showed you nice things about life and all.
Yeah.
And then they get there and then they bought a house. And the child likes pap. She's like sharp, maybe pap. I used to tease rice. Okay, get your pap then.
Yey umaqinga masepeshe.
Oh.
Hey, ucabangela ipapa kuphela. Hey umdinga uphuzo, uphuzo.
Yeah, it puts namasi. That is nice.
Namas.
What the topic was about this condition. And the ladies, they get this condition.
Success.
Sikhuluma isiZulu ke
Hayi
manje.
siyakhuluma isiZulu manje.
Yeah,
Hayi
sikhuluma
singisi.
manje. Isilungu.
Hayi isilungu.
Yeah, the view around the country.
And the services are in
In English.
English. Yeah.
But the people speak Afrikaans, so it's a bit. Conversations, they are
And the
Afrikaans.
minister?
No, he's Afrikaans as well, but he speaks English. The
Is
preaching
he
is
a
in
part-
English.
is he a part-
There we go.
causes the